What's up, YouTube? It's been a while. I haven't recorded a new video in a while because just been super busy. As you probably can tell from the garage of terrors in front of you. Yeah, it's almost November here in Buffalo, as you can see out there from the lake. It's been raining a lot. There's a drain under there somewhere. I guarantee that, but I don't know why it doesn't want to drain. And I don't own the place, so yeah, maintenance can figure it out. But for those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Zanrith. I normally ride motorcycles, and today you're going to be bored out of your mind as I work on them in my garage and clean this place. So a little recap of the past couple months for Heather and myself. One, there's a bike missing. We'll get to that. Two, we got married. Yeah, I got a ring on my finger. Oh yeah, Heather made the worst choice of her life, and she said yes to marry me. So woohoo! So we had a great time. Thank you everyone who knows who I really am and was there for it. Man, what a blast. I bought a car. We're looking to buy Heather a Jeep, but there are none available that we want to buy in the area or in the Northeast because of supply problems and all that. So I bought a car. A lot of parts for it over there. I got a lot of spare parts with it. It's a very used car, and I'm not going to spoil what it is right now because I'm going to make another video kind of revealing my cool car because I'm really excited about it, and we'll see how it goes because there's a lot of plans for it, but it runs. So that's really step one for me. I didn't have a car all 2019 or 2020. I only work a couple miles from where I live, so it wasn't really a big deal for me, like, to walk every day to work. And for part of the pandemic, I was at home, so really didn't seem feasible to go out and buy a new car if, with so many unsure things. Will I have a job? Which I was pretty sure I would. My company's pretty good. And would I need that car? And it turned out I really don't need a car that much. I can do a lot of stuff that I need to on motorcycles or walking. But I do enjoy having a car, and future plans will require me to have a car. We're not going to live this close to my work forever. And it is nice. I mean, there's only a couple times where Heather and I had to swap cars. So we're out in the garage, as you can tell. And we're going to work on this bike if I can get to it today. This is the XS650 that I've been working on. Ordered some parts, took forever to get here, and that was kind of my fault. I didn't follow up with the supplier. One thing was back ordered, and they were holding the whole order until the back ordered part came in, even though I requested not to. But it was like a Friday afternoon, and I forgot to follow up on Monday, so it took a couple extra weeks for them to process it, which not a huge deal. I was busy, anyways. I guess the thing we have to do is get to this and clean this up. Maybe we'll use some YouTube magic. Can we do that? Does YouTube magic still work? Let's try it. Ready, everybody? And it's clean. No? Wait, hold on. How do you guys do that? I see everybody do it. How do you do it? Clean. No. Okay, I guess it's not going to work. I guess I'm actually going to have to do it. There's no magic left in YouTube for me. But yeah, I'll get back to you guys when this is all cleaned up. I think we're going to pull batteries out of the bikes too. It's going to be snowing next week, so we'll pull batteries out of the bikes too. Especially before it gets any cooler, and the 300's a pain to get out when it's cold because you got to pull plastics off, and they like to get brittle when it's cold. So we'll do that. So I'll be back in a bit. Oh, look at that. It worked. So the untrained eye, it's still a mess. But the good news is everything on this side is now organized. A lot of it's going to go in the basement, get recycled, into the apartment, to my friend possibly. Little more organization over here, but like the majority of it's clear, and I can get another bike in here for when I get the 636 back. Yeah. Okay, I mean, it's not perfect, but man, so much more room for activities in here. Oh, and I got a light on. I don't think I had that on before. So it's starting to really come along in here. As you guys know, it's a tiny garage, and I do a lot of work in here. Probably more work some days or some weeks than riding, actually, which is fine. It happens. Still have parts everywhere, little pieces, little, like, just reorganize things. Well, maybe I'll hang this up here. Yeah, so this is off the yeah, see, like, little things that come to my mind as I'm doing things. Like, I'm finding things, trying to organize stuff, get everything in order. I gotta really utilize this board this winter and next spring. I'm started 3D printing hooks for it because I can. But I want to really get some custom stuff on there. Maybe put, like, the GoPros on there or the phone on there. Because sometimes I put shows on Netflix, put it through the speaker so I can kind of watch and do stuff at the same time. Maybe get a rack or something, like little hooks for safety glasses and stuff. I don't wear them that often. Use my safety squints, but yeah, better than nothing. So I'm still, see, I keep finding things and throwing them out, reorganizing, keeping my little baggies for everything. Oh my god, so much stuff, so much stuff. Why do I have so much stuff? No, it's not a bad thing. I just need to stay organized. Problem is I get really going with projects and I lose track of staying organized because I'll be waiting on parts or something. Oh, hung the bikes up over here. For those of you who watched before, my bike, orange one, used to be here, and I'd hit my head on it all the time. Put them over here. Can't really get to the front of the bikes as well right now, but when this bike lifts up, it's actually over here, and I can get to more of the front. I think this is going to be a lot better for now, until Zan and Heather get a bigger garage, which is definitely in the future. This has been awesome, but we definitely need something bigger. Yeah, guys. Yeah. Keep talking. That's all I got. So I think what's next is I'm going to keep slowly picking up, but I think I'm going to pull the batteries out of the bikes. And then we'll come back to I think I'll come back to when I really start working on this today. If we got time. Let's see what time it is. It's 4:05. Man. You know, you say it'll take 30 minutes to clean up, and 4 hours later you're here. I did a whole lot of other things, though. It's a really good, productive adulting day. But yeah, let's get the batteries out of Heather's bike and the Ninja 300. And then if we got time after that, we'll get back to the 650. If not, it'll have to be another day. Same video, different day, and we'll get working on the 650. And that'll be the majority of the rest of the video. Okay? Okay, let's get to it. Back for more. So it's a few days later. The batteries are out of the bikes. Heather came home and we did other stuff, other adulting crap. And then I came back to the garage tonight. It's dark out. Because I got all the parts. I didn't need that sticker. For the XS650 out here. And I put some on already. These little grommets were gone before. And when I rode the first time, my side cover that's over there actually fell off. So I got new grommets both sides. What else did I put in that was new? There's another thing I put in, I think. Oh, there was a seal back here, like a. Let's see what is that? That is a. I forget what the hell that thing's called. It's an adjuster for like the tension, the cam tensioner adjuster. There was supposed to be a gasket or something back there, and it didn't have one. And now that I'm looking at it, something does not look right back there. I may have put something on backwards. Something does not look right. Let's get a different light. I don't have a different light. Okay. Let's do it my way. Where is my other light? Okay, there we go. Go away, people. Yeah, see, something metal is. I gotta look at that. Something doesn't look right. It looks like I'm digging metal into metal back there. So maybe that's supposed to be flipped around. Maybe that's not the right piece. Okay, I gotta play in that area. Something still doesn't look right. It looks like there's some metal on metal action going on back there. Okay. Well, anyways, there's supposed to be a gasket back there according to the spec I saw. And this is, there you go. So this is the black paint that the engine was painted when I got it. But it was so greasy that I just used a degreaser on it, and I peeled most of the black paint off with a very, very nice degreaser. But it got the engine nice and clean so I could see what was going on. So, yay and boo all at once. Yeah, so something's still not perfect back there, but we're getting closer. What have I got? I've got a seal for in here I got to do, which is somewhere. Oh, I got a new push rod for the clutch. I can put the phone down. I don't really need it up all the time. New gasket for this cover. This never had a gasket on it. Found out I need one. A couple more seals. Looks like I got a slight oil leak coming out up under here, under this thing. So I got a new seal for the cam. Just back in there. And yeah, a lot of things to do, but you know, fun stuff. And after that's complete, hopefully none of it'll leak oil anymore. Really, I'm leaking mostly oil out of the right there, out of the push rod push rod seal, which I've got a new one over there, and I've got a new bushing for it in here, which is actually 12 millimeter, I want to say. This is something that the Guru 5 Twins turned me on to, is changing out this push rod for this size because it gives more stability and it doesn't wiggle out and cause these leaks, which is fine. You know, little upgrades as we go. And these are all my oil catching rags that I just put down when I'm cleaning up oil. Oh, we got Josh's Duke in here now. He brought that in last night because it's winter. So we got the stabilizer in it. I got to pull the battery still and top off the tank for him. And then the XS6 or the ZX6R still missing, and we'll get into that in something else. Depressing story. But to start, I'm gonna take the side cover off. Took all the this is the crankcase. Is that the crankcase? I think they're both the crankcase. I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, I think they're both called crankcase coverage. It's just left-hand generator side and right-hand transmission side. I forget how they're exactly called out. I'm just gonna play with this one here. Took all the bolts out, and just a note, if you guys can see these, got 3 different size bolts, and they slide in pretty far for which one they go in. So if you're rebuilding your XS650 and you put one in like the wrong way, I mean, like one will go all the way in and this one will stick way out. So like, I never remember which one goes where. I just kind of put them in once. Oh, it's 3 sides. There's one really short one for some reason, and that might actually be too short. This might actually be something that goes to, like, this might go somewhere else in the bike, but it's the same size, and I know it's got enough teeth. So all you do for this guy is just kind of always wiggle it just to make sure it's loose. Okay, and then voila, there's your generator. And oh, there is still, okay, there's a little bit of gasket left on this. But yeah, this is what I was saying. There's that little bit of gasket. Let's see if I can get. Oh yeah, there's not much left. So there's a teeny bit of gasket left, and I'm gonna get that off because that's disgusting. That's got to go. Yeah. So we'll scrape it. We'll get it off. Might hit it with a die grinder and some fine grit on that, just to try to get this nice and clean, along with this guy over here. Let's look at this. There's a little left on here. Oh, that's coming off my finger now. Yeah, so that I can build. Let's see. Let's just do the edge a little. Yeah, that's basically done. Okay, that's just coming off with a scrape. No problem. So I probably don't have to do a whole lot on this part. You just keep going around it. And yeah, this is just coming off like it's nothing. So this side might be easy. This one looks like I might have to take a die grinder too and kind of hit it with some lighter grit just to get the rest of this off, because it's flaking apart. But like I said, I got a new one. It looks right. Let's get off of there. Let's see, which way is it going to go? This way? What's it opening for? This way? It's got to be this way. I don't know what the opening down here is for. Maybe get a double check to make sure they sent me the right part. It might be for a different Yamaha. I know I picked it off of the site, but sometimes, or it could be a remanufactured, an updated part that accounts for that. That hole there might be for other models, but it works for this one too. Don't know for sure. But I'll double check that online. It might be this little hole here. It might just be a little weep hole to let Yeah, it looks like it's manufactured. I want to make sure there wasn't a mistake hole. Might be for the weep hole there to let any excess oil out. Might just be a little gap in there. It could align with something in there. I don't see anything it could align with though, so we'll double check to make sure that's the right gasket before I put it on. And like I said, we'll clean this up and not leave remnants in there. Should probably take, that's the clutch cable, or no, gently remove that clutch cable, which is two ways to do it. Both are wrong because either way you have to bend metal. Just get a screwdriver in there, that little tab back there bends pretty easily, and then you should be able to give it a little yank. Oh. And fish it out. Good to go. And then we're disengaged. So yeah, we'll clean this up a lot. Cleaned this once before, but with running the bike and then leaking some oil, it looks like it's gotten dirty again. So yeah, we'll clean it up. Nice. But we'll continue with our mission in here. Jeez, grody. So this is the push rod that I have a replacement for here. Right here. So it looks like the beveled edge is out, flat edge is in. So obviously this is a this is really how long that's gonna be. Wow. This is sold to me by a guru who knows these bikes, so I'm gonna take his word for it. We got to get this seal out in here, which means maybe I got to take the chain off. And I'm gonna say we're gonna take the chain off just for gets and shiggles. I don't know, I'm debating what I'm going to do with this thing right now. I don't think I have a seal puller, so I might have to get one to get that seal out in there. But yeah, and without my other light, this is kind of a pain in the butt. But yeah, that's a seal, and there's definitely oil coming out. Like, yeah, ugh, gross. And then we gotta inspect what's going on inside of there, and then we will pull out all the internals. There's a ball bearing deep in there that I gotta get. Maybe my magnet will help me get that out, but there's a ball bearing in there I gotta get out. And then there's the bushing that I gotta get out of there by tapping lightly with a screwdriver, which is terrifying, but whatever, we'll figure it out. Yeah. That's the mission. Let's start by taking that chain off. Okay, so this is the dumbest thing I've ever done. I'm not confident in this. So I've got this bushing right here that I gotta put in. I gotta get the old one out first. So reading the forums, it says take a drill bit this size, which is 23/64, put it in there straight, give it a few turns, and it should break that thing loose. I mean, I guess here goes nothing, but like I'm not thrilled with this plan. So I got a magnet behind it. Seems like I'm just rounding it off. Huh. Yeah. Which might still work. I just might be. Oh no. Well, I'm not hurting the casing, but I'm not feeling confident in this approach. Now inside there's a magnet catching everything right there that needs to come out as well, and the push rod, the long push rod's attached to that, so I got to get the bushing out to give the push rod way to come out. And it's chewing it up, but it's definitely not coming out. Okay, drilling into the engine's complete. Wow, that was nerve-wracking. Not gonna lie, that was absolutely slightly terrifying. So this, where the rest of it? So I went all the way in as far as I could with my drill bit, got it all out of there. I'm trying to find the leftover piece. Oh, and it kind of just, there it is. I don't know if that's in camera, but it just kind of disintegrated at the end. So I'm cleaning up some fragments, but it's clean. The new one can go in. I gotta tap it in with something. But first, in there is a long push rod deep in there that no one can see except for myself, and I need to get that out. And I don't know how. Online says just pull it out. Just pull it out. It's fine. I cannot get it to come out. I tried magnetizing this piece, which is the other push rod, and putting it in there, and I cannot get that to move. So I don't know if it's jammed up in there against something or what. And there's some metal fragments in there now too. Thank God. Just needed that. So I might have to pull the transmission cover off and push it all the way through. I don't know. Actually, maybe if I just keep cleaning some of this metal shavings out of there, because that was one thing they didn't talk about on the online thing, was how to keep metal shavings out of this. And I think that being a solid shaft like this, the best idea is that when that longer push rod comes out, it's going to pull all that stuff with it, like anything left over. But right now, I'm like, because it's magnetized, I'm getting some metal shaving. Maybe that's all I need to do, is just keep cleaning some metal shavings out of there, and it'll loosen up what's in there. Because I'm like, it's magnetized right now. I can feel it catching, and it's catching whatever's at the end, which is the push rod, the long one. So I'm going to do this for about 40 years until I get all the metal shavings out of that piece that disintegrated in there. Or my other thought is pull the transmission cover. Okay, drain the oil. Pull the transmission cover, because the oil is like right up to there. It just leaked all out until it was up to that line, which means it's probably low as it is. Uh-oh, got some resistance. Nope. Oh, man, there's some good resistance on that one. I thought maybe we would get it to move. Still some metal fragments. I just keep wiping it off of my shirt. Maybe, just maybe. No, I was hoping it would just move enough, but nope. So yeah, maybe my next idea is to pull the clutch basket off. Where's the push rod go to? I'm trying to think of, like, I was in the clutch side before looking at it. I think it goes down the middle. So if I pull the clutch basket, would I have access to this end of the push rod? Because the bearing's out. I really gotta hold on, let me organize some shite here. Okay, this is the bearing. I'm just gonna put it in here. Now, so it goes this push rod with the nub, the chamfer side out, is ball bearing, and then another push rod in there. And because it's three pieces, this has a tendency to move a lot, wearing out that seal that I just took out. That, oh See, this is my problem. I'm starting to double up on stuff. The bushing that I took out. So this has to go in here, and this wiggles around a lot because it's just sealed. So this there was a lot of, like, this is nothing compared to what's in there. So I'm gonna put this in here, which is not the right part bag for it, but at least I know where it is. It's over there. So remind me in 20 seconds when I. See, we're still pulling something out there. I was using this end because it was smaller. And that's the magnetized end. Oh, did it move? I felt like it was moving. Okay, well, I'll let you guys know how I got this out, because I'm not going to sit here and do this forever. I'm probably going to pull the other side. Finally, we're at the point where, oh man, I had it a second ago. It was coming. It's like right at the edge here. Oh, there it is. There we go. There's the push rod. Oh my lord. Okay, there it is. So what I ended up doing, it's probably pretty stupid. I fished a rare earth magnet down there and stuck them together. But the problem was there was so much metal shavings, which are all on the magnet now, in that shaft, that I couldn't get it down. I couldn't get this back out. But this just pulled, like, I mean, all the metal shavings out. Should be nothing left in there, besides maybe some right on the edge. So that's awesome. So this is the long push rod. It looks like it's the same on both ends. But yeah, so this is the push rod assembly. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna wipe these off, just get any metal shavings kind of off of them from what they are, and they're gonna go with the ball bearing in here. So, Jesus, that was not fun. That was not a fun experience, but I got it. It's done. Let's just look at this. Make sure let's look down that. Yeah, that's completely clear. And is that another ball bearing at the end? Oh man, now we gotta go online and see if that ball bearing has to remain. So what's gonna happen is this. I'm just gonna go in there and replace it. Cool. So this is the long push rod, single piece now. This allows for less movement and it's supposed to keep these seals better. This was what I should have done is measured this to see if I need that ball bearing up. But I can look it up online to see if I need the ball bearing up. Which means I can't put that bushing in until I look that up, because I can't install the bushing. I can't get the ball bearing out if I don't remove the bushing. I'm pretty sure that ball bearing is going to stay in there, but I should have looked at this to see what the distance was. I guess the other thing I could do is put this on temporarily, because those two should meet up. This should go here like this. Oh god, if I get it straight like that. Oh, gotta put this in first. So I guess this will be my test. Really, it will be to see. And this is just I'm gonna go double check this, but this is just for my thought. Is what I could do to make this work is just clip the clutch cable back in temporarily, like so, without folding that clamp over. Push it in and see if we get any resistance. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So that should be what we need right there. So let's just put a bolt or two in, just to hold this in place. And if you don't have one of these, this is a 5mm 3/8 drive. It's awesome. Thank you, 5 Twins again, my good sir. Now let's see if that's enough to. Nope. Gonna need one more on the bottom somewhere, just enough to hold it in place. So this is what I'm talking about, the bolt lengths before, is certain bolts are certain lengths. Okay. So that's just hand tight on there. It needs good clean stuff. Yeah, that's gotta be right. That's pushing got a lot of resistance on it. Or, well, the right amount of resistance. But I'm gonna double check that before I say we're good. And I'll get back to you on that one. But everything I read earlier was remove the 3 pieces I did and replace with 1. So the ball bearing at the other end might be just, there's a ball bearing on this end too, under the cover in a little, I don't know what you want to call it, in this basket. There's a ball bearing in there too. So I'm gonna say that's right, but we'll double check it. So now I've already lost one of my LED lights. These guys should be dead. Don't turn on. Okay, don't blind me. So I'm gonna lose the other one soon probably because they usually die around the same time. And I did not charge them last night because I'm an idiot. But the next steps are, and remember I put these over here, to take this bushing and find a small piece of wood, which might mean I take off the sprocket. Tap it in here, a small piece of wood and the bushing with. I'm going to try to put this in an orientation that I can remember where it is. This the split for it, and that should tighten up and go right in there. But it will stick out just a little bit because of the design of this. This is a 12 millimeter long. It's a longer bushing than the previous one. But even if it's a little longer, it's not a problem according to the experts, because it will seat up right against this nicely, giving you an even better seal. Then I have to figure out how to get this in, which some people said chamfer the edges, which if it goes in like this, do they actually mean to cut the plastic? Because it's like a hard plastic, and then tap it in there. So I'm going to need 2 pieces of wood to tap it in. But yeah, I think that sprocket's got to come off because there's just not a lot of area to work in there. And yeah, how do I hold it still without it being in gear? Huh? See all these fun things. But for tonight, I think, and maybe this video, because this video's probably gone on for a while, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to get some food, recharge the lights, recharge myself. For this, I've got a cleanish rag. It's just got like a couple dribbles of oil, and I'm just going to shove that in there to keep that sealed up. Keep nothing in there, because that's also where the oil is. And I'm going to leave everything out because I'm going to come back to this sooner than later. Oh my god, the magnet's touching all the metal stuff, and it's going to carry it. Okay. But yeah, so there's that bushing. Again, I don't know if it's in my... Oh, what a disaster that was. That was not fun. Oh, and I took this side's exhaust off because it was just easier. Yeah, so sprocket, and then we'll get back to that. So maybe we'll leave that in place before we get the sprocket off. But this is a good ending point, I think, for this video, just because what a cluster. Yeah, so I'm Zanrith. That's the XS650. That's the XS650. Wow, great move. Tired, obviously, and it's almost. Oh wow, look at that! It's gross. It's almost. I'm gonna say road ready. It is getting so close to road readiness. Some of the stuff I never cleaned really well when I was taking it apart because I wasn't sure if this thing was gonna run again. So it's like going back through it and finding other things. Oh man, it's grody. Those valves. That's awesome. It's cool to see an engine. Oh, I should probably get a fresh rag for this too. Wherever they are, and I'm going to shove a rag in there too. Oh, there's the rags. So we'll, yeah. So if you guys want to see more XS650 crap like this bike is not done yet. It's getting close, but it's not done yet. And then once it is not leaking oil, the battery's charging. I'm going to have to get a new battery though. And it's road ready, plus it'll be next year by that time because it's November and we are in Buffalo. Then we'll do a rundown on it. We'll shake it down, which means take it out on the road and get it vibrating around and make sure all the bolts are nice and tight. Bring it back in, tighten everything back up again. I'm going to tell you this while I'm putting screwdriver and stuff away. And then once we do that, we will we'll start modding it. Now for the mods on this bike, which there will be a lot. The first thing I want to do is, I know this thing sucks a lot of power, mostly that freaking headlight. And I'm pretty sure this headlight's already been changed over or is factory. And this is a point of question I have. So if anyone out there knows the answer to this, did these come with factory sealed headlights, or were they H4 bulbs to start with? Because I'm pretty sure in this one I have an H4 bulb. So this might have already been changed over to H4, which means I want to try to put a sealed unit LED, if possible, to cut down on the power draw from that headlight, because that headlight sucks a lot of power out of this bike. And that will help the longevity of the new alternator system I put on, and the longevity of a battery. So that's the first big upgrade. The other upgrade I want to do... Wait, what was the other big one I had? Oh, I want to get the correct pod filters. So what I heard from other experts of these bikes is these pod filters with the pleating, I believe is what they refer to it as. I could be wrong on that too. Correct me in the comments. Causes odd waves of air to come through this thing and not consistently into the carbs. So it's actually not good for it. I have a set of foam filters that were on this originally, but they're really beat up. So I want to get a pair of foam filters for this that really work well. And I want to rework a lot of this wiring, figure out where it's supposed to go. What other upgrades do I have for it? I don't really remember right now. It's been a long day. But we are going to, we're going to definitely have some fun with this next year, YouTube. Oh, brakes. I want to upgrade the front master cylinder. That's another big one I've seen online. Is there's like dirt bike ones that just, it's basically just bolts right on and you change a couple things and you're good to go. But it just improves the front braking. Plus, and I think I'm going to do this on all my other bikes too, I want to change out the front brake cable to stainless steel. A braided stainless steel cable. The back's drum, so that doesn't have a cable. But I've also thought about doing that on my other bikes too. But we'll see. We'll see how far we get with that. So yeah, for the last time, probably this season out here, sad. Besides, like to button this up just for winter is Zanrith, is the Z-Man, and the XS650. We got some more content coming though, so don't go too far. We'll have some more stuff to show you guys. Heather and I got some plans, and hopefully everything goes the way we want to. Man, this pedal shit. And yeah, and then it'll probably be a slower winter as always, but I'll be over on I'm on Twitch sometimes. I think I'm Zanrith06 on Twitch because someone had Zanrith, or I'm Zanrith, I forget. Look for me. I've got a little Lazoro sign as my my avatar, as my profile picture, as you will call it. So I'll put a link in the description too if you guys want to come over and say, hey, I don't really stream that much. Just kind of, I do it more for like a recording for me and my friends to look back on and laugh at later. But yeah, guys. So everybody out there who's able to ride and isn't in New York weather where it's cold out, everybody ride safe. If you are still riding and it's cold out, just be safe. People aren't paying attention on the roads, and when it gets colder, they don't look for bikes even less. So we'll be back.